All right, y'all. So last night, Gekishin Squadron actually did drop a update, which we never really expected. We thought it would be today after the maintenance, but I guess it is what it is. With this update, they did introduce a couple of new things to the game, but it looks like they also sneakily dropped a patch for the game without actually giving us the patch notes. Again, my hands are up in the air, but there's a couple of buffs and nerfs that I think will make a lot of people excited, especially for Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But I'm not alone here today. I'm joined by another great player at the game who does make content, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, it's your boy. Hello.
And Mike, again, what do you think about just like the nerfs in general, especially Super Saiyan 3 Goku, man?
Well, I was reading some of the stuff about like some of the nerfs. A lot of the characters that needed them got them, especially Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who I feel like was just very oppressive in the game. Like, I'm a person who likes to check out the feedback of like the community Discord, right? Uh, and like every single like 10 messages, there was like at least 4 or 5 people going, nerf Super Saiyan 3 Goku. His Kamehameha does too much range. It's too brain dead. Please, like, adjust this character. So it does seem like that was probably taken into account for, considering that like now we could see, his Kamehameha is finally getting the adjustment that it needs. On top of
Exactly.
that, the skill boost 1 being taken out for skill boost 2 also directly nerfs Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well. So it's just like this guy is not going to be as like oppressive as he was in the past, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I actually have the image brought up here. Super skill damage 1 is being exchanged for skill damage 2. We see the Kamehameha got nerfed. Like I said, it's mostly the initial burst damage that got hit with the kind of big nerf hammer. But we take a look here, if I could actually nerf this in-game music. The first hit that is at Vegeta does 1612 damage, and then each consecutive hit does 201 damage. While in the new update, we're able to see that the first hit does 1209 damage, which is a 400 damage decrease, and that is quite a lot of burst damage just taken away from this. I mean, we see here it does a portion of Vegeta's health compared to just kind of wiping out an even larger portion there. It's just like super beneficial, honestly. Can I like stop playing this video, please? I think it's just super beneficial to, in fact, let me just mute Twitter in general, but it's just really nice to be able to see that they are listening to the player base, and people really wanted this guy to be nerfed specifically. So I think that's the biggest thing. Now, there could be a couple of other changes that were made to him that we don't know about. It looks like his cooldowns to me are roughly the same, which, I think IT should have kind of had a cooldown adjustment, but we see 24 seconds and 10 seconds when you're IT to an enemy. That was pre-update. Now post-update, it is literally the same thing. It's a little hard to see, but at the bottom of the screen you can see 24 then 9. The video is up on Twitter if you want to go ahead and check that out. We see here people are very happy, and again, all you have to do is update the game and these changes will be available for you, which is just really cool, honestly. And it is definitely a much needed nerf. Again, Slaybix is happy as hell. Oh my god.
I mean, I
So
wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are happy because, again, just the amount of just again feedback alone in the community server is like I'm saying, every single message was like, please do something about Super Saiyan 3 Goku, please.
exactly. And some people also had huge issues with Gotenks. Gotenks is pretty good. They did actually nerf him a bit too. From what we know, skill 1 cooldown was actually increased from about 2 seconds longer, 12 to 14 seconds. We see here, this is the mobile version, and if you're wondering like why there's like a mobile version showing and a Steam version, the Steam update came out yesterday. It's actually not even a forced update, to be fair. Like, you could actually choose not to update your game, but it's not forced on mobile especially. So again, my Steam client was updated for the Steam version of the game, but my mobile version wasn't. So we're able to see a before and after, essentially, right? We see Gotenks here does have the extra cooldown. So 12 seconds, Now it is 14 seconds on the bottom right there, 13.9. I think that's a decently significant. This skill 1 is really, really good. I hopefully think that the actual donut could be buffed a little, could be a little faster. I think it's a bit too slow. Just make it slightly faster, and I think it could just make a lot of more impressive moves with other characters as well. But that's not actually the end of it. We do have a list of other characters that got nerfed or adjusted based on what the community members are saying. Now again, take everything with a grain of salt. I do think that these are all pretty much correct from what I saw. It's just that there could be other things, or maybe things could be slightly wrong. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So we're looking at tanks here. I know you're using Cooler yesterday, Mike. Maybe this is one reason you had some issues when you were trying to grind to S rank with Cooler.
No.
No.
it was not this, but it was my team, bro. It was my team.
Well, we see Cooler's skill 1 and skill 2 seconds got an additional cooldown to it and a damage nerf. So Cooler overall is doing less damage and has longer cooldowns on his skills, which means that he's going to be, especially with skill 1, less consistent at potentially securing Kai early on. He's going to be removing your vanish less often. Again, we take a look here at Cooler skills. They're all pretty powerful. But on top of that, that means that he's going to have less iframes available because his skills are going to not be available as often, right? So this is actually a pretty good secure early on for Kais and stuff like that. It's instant, and that's, again, with the higher cooldown. This cooldown is already, what's it called? Oh, no, it's only skill 1 that got a +2 second cooldown. Actually, I'm stupid as hell. But still, I mean, I think it's pretty important.
I don't think I think it's gonna be kind of like the nerf to Super Saiyan Goku with his skill 2 just getting a cooldown increase as well, like in the past, of course. But I don't think it's gonna change his placement too much. Like, of course he's gonna have less iframes and stuff, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna be significant enough that it's gonna outright make him worse than he already, or not worse. Like, he's not gonna change too much from like now to how it was before.
Yeah, and to be fair, when I read that originally I read it as skill 1 and 2 got an extra seconds cooldown, but it's just skill 1 got 2 seconds extra cooldown, so that's not as big of a deal. But I think it could still just like matter where it's like you can't just throw this out. And an overall damage nerf, I think, is good because, in my opinion, tanks shouldn't be doing as much damage as certain damage characters can at certain situations, right? So I think that's good for skill 1 having that slight damage nerf there. So Caulifla actually got majorly nerfed, apparently. So it seems like her skills all got additional cooldowns. So 7 seconds on skill 1. Skill 2 is now 12 seconds, and skill 3 is now 10 seconds. So her skill cooldowns were always super low, and it feels like you could just use a lot of them very, very quickly. I believe like skill 1 used to be 5 seconds, so I think like roughly 2 seconds per skill was added to each of them, which it matters. And also provoke duration was reduced by 1 second from 7 to 6. Now you may think, oh, 1 or 2 seconds isn't the biggest deal, but it can 100% matter in fights like this. I mean, again, putting to Mike, Super Saiyan Goku main, you gotta know how much annoying this Caulifla provoke is, right?
Yes, like the issue with her provoke was that her skill 1 cooldown was faster than the provoke like duration. So it was just like every single time you would have to like 1v1 this character, she was able to live in every single situation because every time it's that provoke, like that provoke makes it where you just take 0 damage. So exactly. You're doing nothing. And now to see that it is finally adjusted to have it where like the cooldown is longer than the duration of provoke is definitely very nice.
I definitely do agree. We see Diamond Goku looks like he just has a blanket nerf, 5 to 10% less damage again. What exactly will be changed, I'll cover later tonight when the actual patch notes are out. Android 18 actually has 1 less Destructo disc. I feel like it wasn't really a needed buff or a needed nerf actually, but It is
I
what
feel
it
like
is.
hers was like the most weird nerf possible because I did not see too many people complain about her, and on top of that, a lot of the community I feel put her somewhere towards like the middle-ish of
Yeah,
tier
it's like
lists.
she's
Like
good, but she's
she
not
did
like
not need a nerf.
oppressive.
Yeah,
Like you could work
like it's
around
gonna
it.
help her out. It's gonna help her out early game because of the fact that she'll now have 2 discs at the start. But this just hurts the thing that she already was bad in late game. You know, when you're having team fights and having like thousands of beams go and have these like massive AOE attacks, to now have it where like the assassin type character now gets one less option late game. Like I don't know if that was necessarily needed.
Yeah, it looks like Kale also has a longer cooldown on her skill. Again, I'm gonna assume around 2 seconds roughly for Kale's skill. Seems in line with everyone else. I think Kale, I think she has what, like a 5-6 second cooldown on her skill 1. I always thought that was stupid. So they did actually increase that. Which is I think good. So she can't like burst damage you multiple times in a single interaction. You have to use that in a good way, right? And I feel like a lot of smart kills will save this for boss secures or Kai secures. But like in team fights, I think it could get very oppressive. So I think that little slight nerf to Kale is fine. Honestly, I don't really think it's the biggest
I
deal.
just looked at her. The cooldown is at 8 seconds now. I don't know
Yeah,
what
so
it was
that,
before for
I
skill
think it
one.
was like 5-6. So again, about 2 to 3 seconds sounds right to me.
Yeah.
We see Krillin, Dabura, and Oob got buffs. It looks like just generally the exact buffs we're not actually sure at the current time. Again, as we get more and more kind of details compiled, mostly likely I will just be waiting for the patch notes to officially release. Android 17, it looks like his skills were increased. His skill 3 shield actually lasts 3 seconds after use instead of 1 second, which is huge, right? I mean, in fact, that is actually such a big change. I want to switch in game and show you guys this. Mike actually can't see the screen right now, so let me actually also do that for this guy right here. But let's go ahead and show this right now. Oh wait, that's the wrong skill, but still okay. So let's take a look here. So skill,
We also checked the ultimate out as well because that was
yep.
also adjusted too.
Yeah, look how much longer it lasts.
Yeah, that's really good now.
And keep in mind, it's not only just the extra health that it gives you, but the movement speed up as well will be extended. So you see, it only gives you the movement speed up when you use it twice, but that means that again you could spam the health like that and get it a second time. So let me actually reset this, and let's also get max ultimate as well because I messed up with how I did it. There it is. So again, let's go ahead and see. Look at that much health at skill 3.
That's really good.
That's a lot of extra health. I think they increased that actually as well for 17.
I can't tell only because I don't play 17 as much.
This doesn't really seem
as,
like
the other
that's much of a
supports.
change, but I think
Yeah.
this is definitely an increase, even if it's just slightly. Then we know that the ultimate also does last longer. I mean, if I take a look at the exact wording change here, it says it lasts 1 second after finishing. So let's go ahead and see this. I think the range is a bit larger potentially. This is the same, but I think the ult range, the ult range seems like it might be the same here, but let's just go ahead and use this. It applies no healing. Yeah, I think it's like it's slightly longer now. It's still not really the longest, but when you're actually in those interactions and melting people down, you will be able to notice it, and it's especially helpful against tank characters or someone like Kale. So I think overall pretty good change for 17, who desperately needed these buffs here. And yeah, just having this extra movement speed up is just super useful. We also see that Bojack apparently is getting buffed here. Oh, I didn't even show this. We also see that Bojack is apparently getting buffs here. Skill 2's throw time is shortened. And I heard that apparently he's doing a little more damage. So we'll see about that. It seems like supporters, Kaba got a range increase. Icarus is now 45 seconds long. And they nerfed Major Metallic to 60 seconds. Sure. And in general, it looks like the HP of the first tower has increased significantly, so battles will be slightly longer. Now, if you didn't notice, the HP of the first towers, the first two at least, they are actually what's it called, lower than the back towers. So now fights will be lasting longer, which means that you'll see just generally more team fights, potentially more farming going around. I think fights are a bit short in this game, especially even at a high level. A lot of times it's you just kind of either roll the other opponent, the other opponent rolls you, just how the snowball game works. Sometimes you can get to long fights already, but I think in general fights should just be longer, at least in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Especially could potentially help for more comeback potential, right? And I think that the only thing I really want to see is hopefully they adjusted chipping in some way, but again, it's gonna be really hard to tell until things are in game. But that's it for all the updates based on what I'm seeing here. I'm just checking. Yeah, it also looks like, I would say, from people's testing, hits looks untouched. So I think hit should have been maybe adjusted in a bit. Just because his blind is very powerful. I know the last video I was talking about was like hit doesn't really give me as many issues anymore, but I lied. It's super annoying. I just think I never really fought too many just like hits. So Kid Gohan as well is untouched. It looks like a majority of other characters might not be adjusted, but again, we'll see exactly what happens. Oh yeah, I looked at Cell. Looks like his health early game is very similar to what it was, if not just the exact same. So Cell didn't really get an adjustment, unfortunately. But again, take everything with a grain of salt. Let me know what you're all thinking. Thanks y'all for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.